I come from a town between two lighthouses. To the north of town, on a point of land that juts 5 miles out into Lake Michigan, stands the Point Betsie light station. In my growing up years, it was common to end a day, especially a Sunday, by driving north along M22 past Crystal Lake and across what is now the southern boundary of the Sleeping Bear National Lakeshore to watch the sun set over Lake Michigan from Point Betsie. In its old age, Point Betsie Lighthouse has become a popular artist attraction. It is among the most photographed, the most painted, and the most sketched lighthouses on any of the Great Lakes. But Point Betsie was built for a purpose. The lighthouse stands forthrightly at the crest of a rise looking straight out to the lake. The keeper's house hides behind the light tower as a child would hide behind a mother's skirt. In its youth, the light marked a place of great danger for the flimsy sailing vessels that made their way up and down Lake Michigan. Its light warned the sailors of the trouble that would greet them should they come too close to the shallow and stormy waters just off the point. What artists find quaint today was dead serious in previous days. There's another lighthouse that marks the southern boundary of my growing up place. It is the lighthouse that stands at the end of the North Pier protecting Frankfort Harbor. This light is younger than Point Betsie, but every bit as powerful. Artists and photographers have not yet discovered this light as they have Point Betsie, but it has its charm. And I took my share of photographs in my youth trying to catch the way this sturdy light stands against the winter seas armored in ice. This is the light I used to lean against as I watched the old Ann Arbor No. 5 car ferry cruise into Frankfort Harbor. This is the light that gave me shade as I fished for perch off the end of the pier. It occurs to me now that I no longer live among them, that these two lighthouses had two very different purposes. Point Betsie is a lighthouse that marks the place of danger. It warns those out upon the inland sea, telling them what to avoid. Because of its steadfast presence on that point of sand, many a sailor made it past a difficult and dangerous place. Point Betsie Lighthouse exists to warn of the danger that cannot be seen. But the Frankfort Lighthouse at the end of the North Pier has a different purpose. Rather than mark the place of danger, it marks the way home. It stands as a beacon to those out in the midst of the darkness, and it invites them home to safe harbor and to rest. Artists find Point Betsie more romantic and appealing, but I remember my days fishing in the shadow of the Frankfort Lighthouse. I grew up in the land between two lighthouses. One marked the place of danger, the other marked the way home. It occurs to me that if we are to live this life as God intended, we need both.